What's up, guys? Hey, I'm Jason from Serpent Underground.
And I'm Cody. We play guitar.
Yep. I mostly do rhythm. He does most of the leads, but we do tend to share some of that role. We have quite a bit of fun, and we have a pretty wide range of influences. And you know, being in a metal band, it envelops a lot of different types of music. So I personally pull my influences from blues, classic rock, early '80s metal, and then what's going on now. So,
yeah, dude, I started my main love of metal was from Maiden era. Maiden's my top, but when I got really into the big players, Dream Theater, Petrucci, Satriani, Vi, all those guys. But I also got into, I would encourage other people as well to get into many other styles. I listen to anything and everything out there, and I take influences from them. I played everything from classical for 3 years, jazz, blues. It all works. I mean, it all fits into there.
Exactly. But some of my roots in my previous bands are funk bands. I mean, anything that just really has a groove. And metal seems to really have a nice combination of all that, like I said. So.
Yeah. I think the main thing we want to talk about is, is particularly in bands that have more than one guitarist, is how important it is to not just, paint yourself into a corner when it comes to playing. Two guitars are great. They give a lot of sound, but they also give you a wide range of stuff you can be able to do with it. And, don't just play the same thing together. There's a time and a place for that. We do that. But we also pick times to where it,
you got to separate out.
Exactly, yeah. It opens it up. You have
sound range.
You have two instruments. Use them.
Again, Iron Maiden.
Absolutely,
example,
harmonies
are probably
and
greatest influence. They go back and forth between the rhythms, the leads, the harmonies. They pretty much have it all.
Right. So and there's a fine line in doing it. It's not just doing it for the sake of doing it, but trying to do it to fit the song at the time.
That's kind of the writing approach that we take. Is one of us will think of one riff that's kind of driving, another one will think of maybe a melody, and then how to mix those together.
Exactly. Counter melodies being there, the whole nine. For example, I mean, we play similar stuff to play stuff similar together, like an older song of ours, Tangled. We do layers. So for example, it's in that sense, all we did was we really just played the same thing together, but it gives that wall of sound. It gives a really fat, heavy sound, and for that particular song, that's what we wanted.
Yeah, you come together with the fat rhythm sounds, and then for the openers, you have some more melody going on.
Exactly,
that's kind of what we were saying earlier.
So. Right. And then we have also, in the newer album, in our upcoming album, The Lie, we worked on some stuff to where we really opened up, our counter melodies and whatnot. There's a new song coming out that's called Hush, and it starts me a riff, then we all play a chord progression together, and then Jason breaks away and does his own thing while the rest of the rhythm section is continuing that idea. So for example,
that's what we're talking about with, finding your own rhythm within the rhythm. splitting it out, not always doing the same thing, keeping a melody, keeping it interesting, write a hook, you know, put it in there, and you know, that's what people remember about songs. I mean, that's what I remember when I'm remembering a song. I go, oh, da na 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 na. You know, I've got some sort of little piece of the melody in there somewhere that just keeps me coming back to listening.
Exactly.
And we write music from a listener's perspective, so that's kind of what we would want to hear.
A very big key with writing, I think, is you know, when we write our music, we are fans of the music. So we play until we are actually excited about what we hear. If we play something and we're like, it's okay, we might shelve it for a while, and then we'll come back with it. Oh yeah, I got a better idea, and it fills. But when we know we've hit something that we think is good, all of us are psyched. We're pumped about what we came up with, you know.
Exactly.
But it's all a matter of, you know, I guess the main thing with that is, you know, if you have 2 guitars in your band, don't be afraid to just try different stuff. Yeah, use it. Get away from just playing chords. You know, understand that, you know, you guys have the ability to create and have the ability to just do whatever you want. There is no wrong answer here. What you like is good. Do it. What you love, learn from them. You know, the teachers are out there. You know, in every Iron Maiden CD, every Black Sabbath CD, or whatever you listen to, you know, you can learn from them. They're not sitting there. You can't ask them questions, but just play, just listen and play. That's where most of my chop came from. Was, you know, I plug in my favorite Maiden CD and I would listen, and if I wasn't listening, I was playing, and if I wasn't playing, I was listening some more. You know, again, the main point, love it. This is a hard work. You gotta love what you do, and when you do it and you love it, years go by in the blink of an eye and you don't even know. I mean, you're just in the moment and you're playing. Yeah, this is gonna be on the upcoming album as well. It's a little excerpt from a song that's called "Dead Inside." It's another example where, you know, we break away, we do our own thing, but we also incorporate some of the harmonies where we're playing in unison, but not exactly the same thing, and it still works. Very similar to Maiden in that aspect of things, you know. That's basically that's a melody that we carry through the song for a bit, go in and out of, harmonizing on. So that's just kind of something that really caught our minds. We just ran through it real quick, just made it up on a fly. It was just a riff. Next thing you know, we're writing stuff to it. You know, we're harmonizing. We're having a great time. Again, like Cody said, love it. Have a great time. That is an absolute perfect example of what we were just saying about, you know, don't be afraid to step out of the box, because when we wrote that riff, it started out with just Jason playing his part and me doing the original, and that's what we were going to do. And then I was messing around while he was playing it and just started harmonizing it, and we realized, wow,
yeah,
that really works, you know, and don't be afraid to just go for it, man. Don't you find something that works, take it and run. Find it and jam with it.
Find your favorite guitar solos if you want to get into soloing. I'm not much into soloing. I mean, I love it, and I'm actually more into it than I prescribe it to be, but mostly what I write is rhythms and stuff. But when it comes down to leads, grab an album, I don't know, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, somebody with some real style, and just put that in there and let the feeling take you, you know, just soaring.
And on that note, I'm Cody Walker.
I'm Jason Walker. Not
Serpent.
related.
Not related, yeah.
Just
people
a coincidence.
Ask, but we're not.
But you are watching musician1.com.
It's awesome.